हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, मैं आपका डॉक्टर प्रदीप, सीनियर जियोलॉजी फैकल्टी। आज आप लोगों को मेल एसेसरी ऑर्गन्स एक्सप्लेन करने जा रहा हूँ। आपको मालूम है, मेल एसेसरी ऑर्गन्स आर दोज ऑर्गन्स don't take part in formation of gametes but help in reproduction. That's why these are said to be male accessory reproductive organs. इस accessory organs में आपको फर्स्ट पेनिस और यूरेथ्रा, सेकेंड epididymis, the third one is vas efferentia and vas deferentia, and the fourth one is accessory glands. इस accessory glands में three major glands. The first one is seminal vesicles, the second one is prostate, and the third one is corpus glands. इन डिटेल्स हमें देखना है। बारी बारी से एक एक ऑर्गन्स को मैं एक्सप्लेन करने जा रहा हूँ। सो मेल एसेसरी रिप्रोडक्टिव ऑर्गन्स की फर्स्ट पार्ट पेनिस मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ। Penis is an erectile organ which helps in internal fertilization, and the second one is it carries both semen as well as urine, so also called urogenital organs. If you see the tip of penis called glans penis covered by a fold of skin is said to be prepuce foreskin. If you see is your prepuce foreskin, when it is cut, said to be circumcision. So what is circumcision? Circumcision is said to be cut off prepuce foreskin. During normal conditions, the size of penis is very small, while during coitus it becomes very hard, very large in size. What's the reason? From here, 5 questions have come in your examination. So what happens if you see the section of penis? There are two major components, and these are corpora cavernosa and corpus spongiosum. So during coitus, what happens? Slowly and slowly there is filling of blood inside corpora cavernosa and corpus spongiosum. So penis becomes hard and stiff. So is your erectile tissue, is your corpora cavernosa. It is two in numbers towards dorsal side, while lower one is corpus spongiosum. It is single one. It is single one, and the red one is your penile urethra. Is your next question? Urethra opens in corpora cavernosa, corpus spongiosum, both, none. Then you have to choose corpus spongiosum. This red one is your penile urethra. The red one is your penile urethra. Now second part is urethra. So you see, so अभी मैंने आपको बताया है urethra आपको 3 टाइप्स के होते हैं. The first one is prostate urethra, the second one is membranous, and the third one is penile urethra. Prostate urethra वैसे urethra जो prostate gland से पास करता है. This urethra is said to be prostate urethra. Prostate urethra के नीचे आपकी urethra होती है. It is said to be membranous urethra. यह smaller in size होती है. यह आपकी स्मॉलर इन साइज होती है. और उसके बाद थर्ड होती है पेनाइल यूरेथ्रा. द यूरेथ्रा इनसाइड पेनिस इज कॉल्ड पेनाइल यूरेथ्रा, और इसकी लेंथ होती है 12 सेंटीमीटर. पूरी यूरेथ्रा की लेंथ होती है आपकी 20 सेंटीमीटर. प्रोस्टेट और मेम्ब्रेनस टोटल इसकी लेंथ होती है 8 सेंटीमीटर, और पेनाइल यूरेथ्रा होती है 12 सेंटीमीटर. इज इक्वल टू 20 सेंटीमीटर. यदि आप इस फिगर को देखेंगे तो इस फिगर में आपकी यूरिनरी ब्लैडर के ठीक नीचे आपकी प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड पाई जाती है, जो मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करने वाला हूँ एसेसरी ग्लैंड्स में. वेयर इज द एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन ऑफ एसेसरी ग्लैंड्स? सो प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड की एग्जैक्ट लोकेशन आपकी होती है यूरिनरी ब्लैडर की बेस. सो यहाँ पर आपकी रेड वन इज प्रोस्टेट, और इस प्रोस्टेट ग्लैंड से जो यूरेथ्रा पास कर रही है इट इज सेड टू बी प्रोस्टेट यूरेथ्रा। प्रोस्टेट यूरेथ्रा के नीचे आपकी ये नीचे या दिस पार्ट इट इज सेड टू बी मेम्ब्रेनस यूरेथ्रा, और मैंने आपको बताया हूँ मेम्ब्रेनस यूरेथ्रा इज द स्मॉलेस्ट यूरेथ्रा। इसके बाद आपकी पेनाइल यूरेथ्रा शुरू होती है, और यह पेनाइल यूरेथ्रा आपकी कहाँ खुलती है, आपकी इनसाइड द पेनिस, जिसकी लेंथ होती है आपकी 12 सेंटीमीटर। यदि इसकी फंक्शन देखेंगे तो यह आपकी प्रोस्टेट यूरेथ्रा है, इट कैरीज मेनली यूरिन। आपकी मेम्ब्रेनस यूरेथ्रा इट कैरीज बोथ सीमेन एज वेल एज यूरिन, while penile urethra it carries both semen and urine. That's why urethra is said to be urinogenital tract. Next part, epididymis. So if you see test case, that in the vertical part is said to be epididymis. It has three major components. The first one is carpet epididymis. Is your next question? The head of epididymis is, your option is carpet epididymis, corpus epididymis, yeah, chorda epididymis. Then you have to choose carpet epididymis is your first question. The second one is the head of epididymis. Carpet epididymis is also said to be head of epididymis, yeah, broad part of. If you see the part of epididymis, the upper part is broad while the lower part is narrow. So the broad upper part of epididymis is, then we have to reply carpet epididymis. So यहाँ पे 3 questions देखिए हमें मिल रही है, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Corpus epididymis is the middle part of epididymis and the lower part is narrow. So chorda epididymis is the tail of epididymis. Chorda means tail and it is narrow, so it is said to be narrow part of epididymis. Then we have to reply chorda epididymis. All these are your main questions. What are the major functions of epididymis? So the major functions of epididymis are temporary maturation of sperms takes place in epididymis. Even temporary storage of sperm, and the last one is it helps in peristaltic movement. That is after spermatogenesis, when a sperm move from seminiferous tubules of testis to vas differentia, then when it comes in epididymis, so there is peristaltic movement, and due to this moment, these sperm moves towards vas differentia. So just now I have finished epididymis. The next topic is vas differentia and vas differentia. So now you see the major differences between vas differentia and vas differentia. So all these are your neat questions. So vas differentia, you have seen it originates from red testes, while vas difference it originates from chorda epididymis. The second one it is thin while it is thick, and the last one is both these are neat questions. It is ciliated while it is stereociliated. Then you may ask what are the major differences between ciliated and stereociliated. So very simple figure. If you see, if your cells, suppose if you see your name from here, that means cilia, so many. That means this cilia originates from a point, it is said to be basal granules. If your cilia and this point from ordinate, it is said to be basal granule. In stereocilia, that means if you see, then there is fine thread here like a structure. It is said to be stereocilia. It is said to be stereocilia. Stereocilia, it is hair-like structure, but this structure doesn't originate from basal granules. So here is basal granules, here is low-basal granules. So these are some differences between vas differentia and vas differentia. So your next question: what type of cilia? Ciliated epithelium is found in vas differentia or vas differentia? Vas differentia, and stereociliated cilia is present in vas differentia or vas difference. Then you have to choose vas difference. Now next topic: accessory glands. So these are very important. Now see accessory glands. These accessory glands are highly, very important. From here you may get more than 20 questions, and all these questions have come in your NEET, AIIMS level examinations. So first you see the location, their components, and their functions. So first you see seminal vesicles. These seminal vesicles is your one pair. So if you see, is your seminal vesicles is your here and here. These seminal vesicles are located side of the urinary bladder. So is your urinary bladder. So one seminal vesicle and one. So it is one pair. It secretes 60 to 70% of total seminal plasma. Their secretion is 60 to 70. Is your neat question. Is your neat question. What are the major components of seminal vesicles? So major components of seminal vesicles are fructose, is your neat questions, calcium, and fibrinogen. Sometimes one question comes in examination: if anyone is raped, then how to recognize this person is raped or not? Only due to presence of this fructose can be recognized some person is raped or not. So fructose, and the next one is the pH of seminal vesicle is 7.4. The major function of seminal vesicles provides nutrition. To sperms. Prostate gland is single. So there is this red one single, but is lobed, 3 to 5 lobed. So prostate gland it is single, but 3 to 5 lobed. Where is the exact location? It is located at the base of urinary bladder. So here is your urinary bladder. So at the base of urinary bladder, there is exact location of this prostate gland. It secretes 20 to 25 of seminal plasma. It contains citric acid, phosphate, and fibrinolysin. The pH of prostate gland is acidic in nature, and pH is 6.4. The third one is Cowper's gland. It is also said to be bulbourethral glands, and it is one pair. So if you see, is your Cowper's gland, this and this. Where is the location? Is just below prostate gland. So is your next question is where is the exact location of these accessory glands? So first of all, you have to see seminal vesicles first, then prostate, and the third one is Cowper's. So below prostate, very less secretion, 5 to 10%, and it secretes glucose substances which neutralizes the nature of urethra, and their pH is 7.2, so it is alkaline in nature. So all these are your neat questions. All these are your neat questions. So just now I have finished accessory glands. Now see hormonal actions on male reproductive organs. So from anterior lobe of pituitary, there is release of gonadotropic hormone due to gonadotropic releasing factors from hypothalamus. These gonadotropic hormone are of two types, luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormones. Luteinizing hormones act on cells of lining, which helps in secretion of androgen या टेस्टोस्टेरोन या मेल सेक्स हार्मोन. यदि हम फॉलिकल स्टिमुलेटिंग हार्मोन्स को देखते हैं, इट एक्ट्स ऑन सर्टोरी सेल्स ऑफ सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूबल्स. These Sertoli cells give ABP and inhibin. ABP, androgen binding protein, which stimulates spermatogenesis, means formation of sperms in seminiferous tubules, while inhibin inhibits follicle stimulating hormones. So these are the hormonal actions on male reproductive organs. Now see the homology of male and female reproductive organs. These are very also important. If you compare male and female reproductive organs, so a scrotal sac या scrotum is homologous to labia majora of female. Is your next question. The second one is penis is homologous to clitoris of female. Prostate gland is homologous to skin glands, while corpus glands या bulbous urethral glands of male is homologous to Bartholin glands of female. So just now I have finished in details male accessory glands. Thank you. Best of luck.